the first Zoom call. I feel really good about it. I really liked it. I feel like we had a lot in common, and it was just easy to open up and talk to and share everything because everybody is going through the same thing in a way.
It was really nice to connect with other moms and see that we're all kind of going through the same thing and that we all kind of feel the same way about certain things. Or it was really nice to connect with another mom who wants to write a book, or another mom who has loads of laundry just sitting on our couch waiting for her to fold.
It felt natural. It didn't feel forced. It felt like we had already known each other, like moms getting together, like we can all relate, we're all moms. So by having that single thing in common already, it was just like talking to old friends that maybe we just hadn't connected in a while. Just a breath of fresh air to even be able to connect with other moms that I don't get to do on a regular basis.
And I need to be myself too again.
That I'm not the only one going through things. Like, for me, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person in the whole wide world that is struggling with this, that is struggling with that, that is struggling with feeling crazy because I have 5 children and I don't know what to do, and my brain just doesn't know how to compute things. So it was nice to hear some of the other mom stories and be like, hey, I've been there, or I've gone through that season in life.
One aha moment was the self-care thing. I didn't realize that there were 3 different forms of self-care. When I think of self-care, and I've discussed it with other moms, my mind usually automatically goes to the physical aspect of it, or the maintenance self-care. And I'm like, okay, well, I do that from time to time. I don't do it regularly. I probably didn't do it as often as I should, but I do practice some form of maintenance self-care. The other part she mentioned was healing self-care, which I feel kind of aligns with more of like your spiritual or your mental, or like we've discussed your soul, your inner health.
We're really not all that different. Like you said, we are a very unique group of women, but a lot of us have a lot of the same problems and kind of go through the same stuff. Each of us are going to go through those same seasons, and just maybe at different times.
I have been practicing maintenance self-care a lot this past week because I hadn't been taking my way of self-care. Maintenance is bubble baths and like face masks and stuff like that. I hadn't done that in a long time, and going back to work, like I realized that I really needed that. So every single day when I would get off work, I would just make a boiling hot water bath and just jump in it and unwind.
And then she talked about destructive self-care, and when she immediately started talking about that, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I probably practice quite a bit of that. So it was eye-opening in general, just to be like, oh wow, I didn't, like I said, I knew about the physical side of it, the maintenance side of it, but I didn't realize that there were other forms of it, especially the destructive, that could be impeding me in so many ways.
Self-care I'm practicing now, which is mostly destructive. Derek and I started watching Netflix recently, binge watching Netflix, and I told him we need to stop doing that, and we need to focus on using that time more wisely, whether that's one of us working out or both of us working out or spending more time with the family in that way. So that's something that we've actually cut out of our life over the last 3 weeks, which has been really nice.
Probably a mixture of destructive, because I like to eat just whatever I want, whenever I want. Coke, my Coca-Cola, and coffee, kind of just sugar it up and get me through the day. And I binge watched a show last night, like 12 episodes, and stayed up too late, and was late to work this morning and late to take the kids to school. So that's not good for me. So I'm trying to not do that anymore.
How I feel about the forced friendship. I really like it because like I said, like we all have so much in common, and it's just super easy to connect with people whenever you're going through the same type of situation.
As much as how hard it is to make friends with other moms, you're forcing us to do it, so it's just going to be nice to just really be open with somebody that's kind of in the same place.
Oh, and then now we have the forced mama friends, which I had some trepidations about initially, because surprisingly, I have a hard time making friends. So I do have a hard time making mom friends. So to have that kind of aspect, but like, nope, you don't have to worry about it. You and you are paired up. You and you are paired up. You are now forced mom friends. It gave me that realization, or that clarity, or that affirmation, I guess I needed, that said, you know what, you do have a story. You do have a life. You have something that's worth sharing that could benefit somebody else.